time for JesterEngine.com's Daily Tech Rundown. Morning. Big headlines today. Grok, Elon Musk's XAI chatbot, is under fire. Malaysia and Indonesia blocked the service after users flooded X with sexually explicit, non-consensual deepfakes. The UK's Ofcom has opened an expedited probe, and governments are talking about fines or even banning X. That about right?
That's the short version, yes. The scandal centers on Grok's image editing features being abused to nudify real people, including apparent minors. Southeast Asian regulators moved fast to block access, and Ofcom is treating it as potentially illegal content. Everything from non-consensual intimate images to possible CSAM. It's escalated quickly.
Why did Grok become such a lightning rod? Is it just bad actors or technical guardrail failures?
Both. The tool made it shockingly easy to prompt edits that remove clothing or place people in sexualized poses. That combination, capable models plus weak or slow content controls, creates a high abuse vector. Platforms need thorough safety layers, pre-prompt filtering, robust moderation, and quick rollback. X's promised free speech framing didn't help when public safety felt at risk.
Ofcom is investigating under the Online Safety Act. What could that mean for X and similar platforms?
Ofcom can force swift actions, impose fines, and even pursue blocking if platforms breach duties to protect users. The UK also moved to criminalize creating non-consensual deepfake nudes, which raises the stakes. This incident shows regulators are ready to use existing laws and craft new ones to address generative AI harms.
Final thought on Grok. Will this change how companies ship image editing AI?
I think so. Expect more conservative defaults, mandatory guardrails, provenance metadata, and faster takedown processes. Also, wider scrutiny from other countries. This is a wake-up call for responsible deployment.
Switching gears, Apple surprised everyone and announced a multi-year collaboration with Google. Gemini will underpin Apple's next generation of foundation models, including a more personalized Siri, promised this year.
It's a big deal. Apple Intelligence will still run on device and use Apple's private cloud compute, but the heavy lifting of foundation models will leverage Gemini and Google Cloud. For Apple, this accelerates their roadmap. For Google, it's a validation moment.
Elon Musk wasn't thrilled. He called it a concentration of power. Is that a fair worry?
It's a reasonable concern. When two dominant players cooperate on core AI tooling, competition dynamics shift. But Apple and Google framed it around privacy commitments and technical complementarity. The trade-off for Apple? Faster AI improvements without building every layer in-house. For users, it could mean a smarter Siri, but also more dependency on one model family.
So, practically speaking, when do we see the Siri update and what might it do?
Reports tied to iOS 26.4 around March or April. Expect more context-aware responses, proactive suggestions, and generative features in messaging and apps. Apple will tout on-device privacy for sensitive tasks, but some features will route to the cloud where Gemini helps.
So more helpful Siri, more cloud AI. Sounds promising if a bit geopolitically spicy.
Exactly. Tech improvements, regulatory attention, and competition all collide here.
Next up, Meta promoted Dina Powell McCormick to president and vice chairman, a former Republican White House official with deep finance experience.
Yes, Meta says she'll guide strategy, partnerships, and large AI and infrastructure investments. Her background spans the Trump and Bush administrations, plus long stints in finance. She briefly left Meta's board last year and now returns in a senior management role.
That's a notable hire, given Meta's recent focus on AI infrastructure. Any red flags or strategic advantages?
Political and financial relationships are the clear advantage, helpful for global deals and financing multi-billion-dollar projects. Critics will note the revolving door between government and big tech, but for Meta, it's about execution at scale, building data centers, partnerships, and navigating regulation.
Short and sweet, experienced operator brought in to steer a capital-heavy AI push.
Exactly. Expect her to be central to deals and regulatory outreach.
Lightening the mood. An app called Are You Dead is trending in China. It's a check-in app for young people living alone who worry about being unnoticed if something happens.
The name is jarring, but the demand is understandable. Downloads surged among Chinese Apple users, and it sparked conversations about loneliness, demographics, and social safety nets.
Tech is filling a practical gap, even if the branding is a tad dramatic. Final item. President Trump said he plans to talk to Elon Musk about using Starlink to restore internet in Iran after a nationwide blackout during protests.
The situation is complex. Previous protests saw Starlink used as a lifeline, but reports say the current blackout may be more severe, and that jamming has occurred. Some Iranians reportedly still access Starlink. Others say it's been blocked.
Politically fraught for sure. What are the technical and legal challenges to deploying Starlink at scale in a country like Iran?
Technically, satellites can provide connectivity, but governments can jam or seize terminals. Logistics of deploying enough user terminals and keeping them online is non-trivial. Legally and diplomatically, a U.S. company helping circumvent a sovereign's communications blackout raises international law and escalation questions. That's why any move would be cautious and politically sensitive.
So even if well-intended, it's not a simple flip-a-switch scenario.
Exactly. Good intentions meet geopolitics, jamming tech, and on-the-ground logistics. Expect careful diplomacy if talks happen.
That's a wrap. Thanks for the context and for not using Grok to make me sound like I sing in the shower.
Anytime. I never generate that level of honesty into a podcast. Catch you tomorrow for more tech news. The preceding audio summary was created at jesterengine.com, where you can find and verify the original sources.